Welcome. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to teach a game using Kahoot. So here we are on Google, and what you'll need to do is you'll need to go to www.kahoot.com. Then if you have a login, you'll need to create one, or you can look around on the Kahoot site here and find a Kahoot that you want to use. And they have a lot of different categories, like how you can use it for work, for home, for school. But the basics are, if you create an account and you want to create your own Kahoot to use to teach with, based on a specific subject you're trying to teach, you want to click here, the login. And I have a login that I'm going to use. I've already logged in earlier, so it saved my login as ESL Teacher Alex. And I'm going to go ahead and find one of my Kahoots that I created before. And I used one here with cooking phrasal verbs. I also created some other finding a job, questions about your opinion, some medical English vocabulary. Being in the English teaching field, this is what I like to do. So how to create one, we're going to go ahead and just click this one, the cooking phrasal verbs one. And usually when you create a Kahoot, you're actually going to click this word create. And then you'll be able to select what kind of Kahoot you want to do. You can do one that's a puzzle. You have all these different templates, new topics that you can do. And you'll just go ahead, and I usually do something with like a puzzle. So I'll click create, and then you can do a multiple choice answer here. And you can type your question. There's all kinds of options here as a teacher. You can get really creative with how you use Kahoot. And so you could type a question like, what is the color of the sky? And then you can type your answers here, blue, red, although those are reversed. I don't know why I would say that there. But you could do it like based on color and things like that for learners, depending on what you want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and just show you how the game actually works and how you play once you launch a Kahoot. So I'm going to go to My Kahoots, and we're going to go right here to the cooking phrasal verbs one that I have. And so when you're ready to play with your students, you can have a couple options. You can actually share the link with them. You can copy it here and then share on social media this link, and that anybody can play this game as they wish. So it makes it simple that way. But if you're actually going to play, maybe let's say you set up a Zoom meeting, or you wanted to teach your students on like a Google Hangout, and you have your students meeting with you, what you can do is you can then click the play button, and then you want to make sure they have their own devices, like the cell phone, and you want to make sure they have the Kahoot app downloaded. And so you can see I have my Kahoot app downloaded here. And so you want to make sure that they have that on their tablet or their cell phone. Then you want to click Teach. And then you can select, if you have, maybe you've got 15 or 20 students or 16 students, or you could do like, 4 teams of 5 if you have 20 students, or you could pair them up and have like 10 different teams of pairs, and you could do team mode that way. But just for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to show you the classic. And I just said gonna, which means going to in English, and I talk like a native speaker very quickly. But as an English language teacher, this is a great tool for you to use, and I'm getting on a rabbit trail. So classic, we're gonna just do classic here. And what you do is it's gonna create a pin, and you're gonna get this background music that's just gonna come, and it's pretty loud, as you can hear already. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that down, but this background music is gonna be playing, and you can mute that. But it's kind of fun when the kids play that, or the adult learners when they're doing this. So anyway, here you'll want to type in this pin, and how this works is you'll have to get the app, or they could open it up on an internet browser, but having the app makes it so much easier. And so what you can do then is you're going to go to kahoot.it, and this is where they have to go, kahoot.it. They have to go here in order to find the English game that you're going to play. And so say, okay, everyone, here's the link, kahoot.it. And if you're teaching in front of a group, let's say later when you can teach in front of large groups again, you'll be able to maybe project this on a screen, like this screen here that I'm showing you, and everybody that has their device can just type in this number. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it says enter pin. You'll see here on my phone, you can enter the pin. So we enter the pin, and this is what's going to come up. And then I type that number right there that we see here, right in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The game pin. And as I type this in, you're going to see something happen on the screen here. I type in the number and I hit enter. And then I give myself a nickname. I'll just say Alex. Click OK, go. And boom, you'll see right here, now I'm entered in the game. And more people will, if you have 10 students, 20 students, you'll see their names pop up on here. And then once you know all of your students are ready to play, it'll say this on their device. You're in. See your nickname on screen. That way they know they're on. So then you want to click start and you'll play the game. And so this is actually some homemade banana bread, which you can watch another one of my YouTube videos on how to make it. But here it's going to spin this question just like it is here. And so students have this many seconds, 26 seconds here. We need to what? What do we need to do? Cook up, mix up, turn off, chop up. What do you do with the flour? And students have to then, in real time, you can do this with them on a Zoom call. So it's a really fun activity to do. And boom, I selected the one. So you can go next. And you'll see their scores will show up on the dashboard this way. And then you can do the quiz. And I just did 10 questions, so you can keep going through all of them. So let's play this one again. Blank 2 eggs and add them to the sugar and flour mixture. What do you think? What do I need to do? Spill out, drop off, crack open, slice up? What do I do? Yep, crack open is the correct one. And so the students will be able to do that. And I'll turn the music up here again so you can actually hear it for the next one for demonstration. And you'll hear how the music gets different and increases. So we'll do that for the next one here. Next, we need to blank the flour in the bowl. So what do you do when you're cooking flour? And if you can hear the music now, we need to keep up, run over, drop down, stir in. What do you think? All right, we'll try stir in. Hey, we got it. And so you can hear that ding and the bell, the gong means it's the end of the round. Everyone has answered. And so students can have a lot of fun with this game. And at the very end of the Kahoot, when you play through all of the questions, it'll show the highest score and the team that had the most wins. And then after that, you can ask them, what did you think about the words? And so I love teaching phrasal verbs. I think phrasal verbs will help English speakers go from here to here, because from childhood, that's how native English speakers talk. So I invented a card game called Phrase It to help students do that. And to practice phrasal verbs at home, you can use any of these Kahoots that I created. I created a good handful of phrasal verb Kahoots that they can practice here. And so I'll show you, you can go to my Kahoots and do that. So that's just kind of how to play Kahoot. So if you want to play this at home, you could set this up and use my Kahoot to do it. You can find any Kahoot that you want. That's where you click the Discover feature, and you can find a Kahoot about, so if we want to do the English grammar topic phrasal verbs, we find that. And then you'll see all kinds of Kahoots that have been made about phrasal verbs. Mine, you can just type in teacher Alex ESL or whatever one, ESL teacher Alex, and see what comes up. So if you type in ESL teacher Alex, you'll find my Kahoots. I have some phrasal verb quizzes, medical vocabulary, some other ones when I taught at a community college. If you're actually into English language arts and you're maybe a middle school or high school teacher and you're having students read books, or maybe this might be 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade level English, this book, Black Star, Bright Dawn, you could do this for some just comprehension questions. But as an instructor, you can pretty much build anything you want to play here. If you're an English language learner watching this video right now, go ahead and find my name on here and just play these for fun. You can play against yourself, just like I did, but you'll need to have the Kahoot app, like I showed you. Download the Kahoot app, and this is what it looks like. Here, just find it in your app store, download the Kahoot app, and you can play this game. If you have any English questions, comment below in this YouTube video and say, hey, I have a question about this. Also, subscribe and share with your friends so you can improve your English with this. And I hope this helped you as a teacher and as an English learner. But I might even host one of these for fun in the future. So stay tuned to my future emails. Also, click one of the links below this video and subscribe to my emails. I'll be able to stay in touch with you each week with important English language lessons. Thanks, and I'll see you in a future lesson.